Bum, 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 bum. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, AMZ Boy, and we're here for day 4 of NieR Replicant. Now, the end of my stream yesterday was brought rudely and abruptly by my PC overheating and shutting off. So I'm not exactly sure where I am as far as progression goes. It looks like I managed to save after the boss, though. So I should have Kaine in my party. Which means all I really missed was finishing that quest for getting stuff for Popola's drink. So I'm probably going to need to get a few more lizard tails, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 more? Okay. No problem. Hats are jerks. Why don't they come here and fight me at my own level? So, yeah. The PC problems I've been having lately, I think I properly fixed, so we should be good. And if the current performance is any indication, we seem to be pretty good. CPU's not running anywhere near as hot as it has been. Like, right now, streaming and playing NieR at the same time,
we need to head back to the village.
It's hovering between like 60 and 70 degrees Celsius,
such as myself
which is perfectly manageable.
Desert climate quite delightful.
As opposed to, for example, for the longest time, my CPU was just at a steady 85, and I never really knew why. And I think I might have discovered why today, because I messed with the fan on my CPU today, and one of the, I'm not really sure what to call it, one of the hooks that I latched my CPU onto that holds it in place, the hook part of it had broken, so it was just bending backward and being useless. Luckily, I had a replacement for that from when I had a replacement for that from when I first got my CPU, because it came with a couple of replacement hooks for that, just in case something like this happened. And thankfully, I had one, and I replaced it, and replaced the thermal paste on my CPU just in case. I don't know if that had anything to do with the problem, but I also used up the last of my thermal paste, so I'm hoping what I put on there was enough. I haven't had any performance issues yet so far today, so I think it may have been. But the big thing was definitely the fan not being secured. And it is now secured, and everything's running like a dream. So barring something catastrophic happening, crisis averted. Okay, man. Hey, I was about to parry that, Kaine. Rude. So yeah, that's how my day went leading up to now. Relieved to have my PC back in working order. Although I am concerned, if one of those hooks breaks again, I'm not going to have a replacement anymore. That's a little worrying. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to get replacements for it, but since it came with the actual CPU itself, I'm less sure how to do that. Ow. Ow. Okay, fine. It's a little difficult to parry when Kaine's spamming spells all the time. Hey, I was out of your range for that. No kick. Oh right, I need lizards. I should look for lizards. Oh, you son of a bitch. Where'd you even come from? Whoa. God, they're swarming me. Who knew that getting another party member would actually make combat a little more tricky? Smash. Oh my god, please. Go away. Nice. Where y'all going? The safest way to play seems to be to just spam Dark Blast at them. But at the same time, it's also the lamest way to play. But you know how the saying goes. Play lame, win game. Unfortunately accurate. I think there were lizards down around here somewhere? Maybe? Or perhaps I'm stupid? If I did find one before, it's not here now. It's alright. I remember finding a lizard on the southern path that leads to Seafront anyway. Perhaps I'll have more luck there.
Hey,
Yeah?
What's up?
I'll wait outside.
What? Why? It's way safer inside the village.
It's fine. I like being alone. If you head out from another exit, I'll just meet you there.
You sure? I know Yona would be really excited to meet you.
Don't force the issue now. Her mind is clearly made up. Not everyone loves the company of others as much as you.
Alright, I won't push it.
Plus, it's going to be a little
See
difficult
you
to
in a
explain your getup. People are just going to be... First thing out of Yona, I was like, "Are you a prostitute?" No. She just sort of dresses like one. Do I have enough mutton to get another payout from this lady?
Here's your mutton, man.
I sure do.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, right. I need to go pick my plants before they die. One of which should be a melon, which is something Yona was asking me for, so sweet. That works. Is it ready? Oh, no, it's not, because the game crashed before I saved it. Damn, I forgot about that. Alright, fine, I guess we'll just plant that seed and get it started. It's almost Spooktober. Time for some pumpkins. Okay, now I go save to register the fact that I even have plants planted to begin with. And I guess we make our way kind of sort of towards seafronts, but I'm really more looking for lizards than actually heading to seafront. Oh, is that an egg? Excuse me, birds. Oh, there's a boar here now. That's great. Were there actually lizards here? I know I found lizards and then headed to seafront, but maybe I'm misremembering. And in fact, I got the lizards out the east gate, heading toward the next destination. Maybe that was it. Maybe I'm just dumb and I dumbed. Why are you killing the deer? Also, I'm gonna take that. Thanks. Nah, it's really not worth fighting them. Alright. Come out, lizards. I only want to pull your tails off. I don't see what the big deal is. Lichen. Lizard! One more to go. Come here! Alright. Now let's go get the weird girl drunk. I'm afraid to see what she's like. Right before my PC crashed yesterday, it sounded like quite a spectacle. Something about destroying a pub. Oh, another lizard. Come here. Come here. I know I don't need you right now, but I may in the future. I don't know. Guys? Why are you so fat? That makes no sense. Dude's back. Dude's back. I'm gonna just... Okay, I guess that was a little greedy. Fine. I'll leave you to it. It worked last time. Yeah. I'm not a fan of how the mouse marker doesn't go away when I click on the program for, you know, like to be the main window. I can talk sometimes. Hey, I got the rat tails
Here's your
and
ingredients.
lizard tails.
Although I can't imagine what kind of drink uses this stuff.
Oh, it tastes just as extreme as it looks. Opal is the only person I know who can handle it. Anyway, tell Popola I'll have this stuff sent over to the village as soon as it's ready, okay?
Got it.
I love this upcoming banter.
Something with a lizard's tail inside certainly sounds impressive.
Yeah, Popola's really something when she starts drinking.
Surely you jest.
No joke. Once she got so plastered, she practically destroyed the shop. Knocked down a wall and everything.
Does alcohol affect Devla in the same manner?
Devil is more of a lightweight. If she has even a little, she starts acting all cute and meowing like a kitten.
It's adorable.
Devla? For true?
For true.
Alcohol is a fearsome chemical indeed.
No kidding. Alcohol is strong enough to actually make me talk to people like a normal human being. It's weird. Oh, that's why the boars are out here. I forgot. I can ride them now. Sweet. Oh, they have a charge attack. Woo! That's helpful. Eat your heart out, Chocobos. Damn. Chocobos wish they could go that fast. I need to pop by the mailbox to heal. A weird series of words, that. May as well save. Okay, Popola, here's your drink. I hope you like it.
Hey, Popola. The tavern's got your drink.
Oh, that's great. Let me get Devla and then we'll head on over.
But she's already over there. Why call her here and then go over there? Whatever, we get a duet. I'm not complaining.
Such an unusual sound. I feel like I could listen to this song forever.
I hear that. Funny how she can't sing it unless she has that crazy drink, huh?
I don't know where that song comes from, and yet somehow it feels oddly familiar. Oh, so beautiful. Reminds me of back when I was a lot younger, it does. Prettier, too.
I kinda don't want to interrupt them. Should we finish singing? I mean, no, but I do kind of have to get on with the game. Far be it for me to stop them. No, they can keep singing, and I can leave. I wonder if it just keeps looping until I stop it. Probably. I'll wait until it actually starts looping, though. You know, I'm really glad that Popola is not destroying the tavern. She's just sneaking. It's nice. Okay, we should get moving.
Well, that was fun. Hopefully it won't be so long until the next time.
Just gotta get a steady supply of rat tails and lizard
Heavens,
tails.
what a thrill. I had no idea those two had that in them.
Me neither.
Sweet. Do I actually get anything from that? I guess not. What you got for me?
Which job should I give you first? I've got a job from the postman in Seafront. I wrote down the client's location.
Okay. Should be able to remember that. Now, is it actually in my list of stuff? It is not. Because last time I went to Seafront on a quest that I picked up... Steam, please. On a quest that I took from Devila, I was not at all able to find the quest giver. So... I'm not sure if I go there right now if it'll be a waste of time, you know? Head to the library, okay. I guess I missed the part where I was supposed to do that. Alright. May as well head there before I hit the seafront. Alright. Now where the hell is this one book that I'm looking for amongst all the others? I don't even know if it's going to be marked on the map.
Popola asked me to organize the books.
I had no idea there were this many books. I guess you're not in here very often, huh? Because there are many books.
If you need money, that's usually where people go.
Good advice.
Yeah, but that's not what I came here for. Still, thanks. Appreciate it.
What is the purpose of this place?
Good question.
Beats me. Maybe it's Popola's hobby corner.
It seems to have figurines of all the bosses I've beaten.
It's that lizard thing we fought in the area. Who would make a figure of that anyway? And what is it doing here?
Another good question.
This is from the junk heap.
For a decoration, it's certainly in poor taste.
What's that?
It resembles the shade we saw in the lost shrine.
You know, this room probably mostly exists as just kind of like a trophy room for the bosses you've beaten, but I can't help but wonder if there's story significance in the fact that Popola has statues of bosses that I've beaten. I wouldn't be surprised.
Seems like people did nothing but... Mother and...
Does anybody have anything useful to say?
These books speak of it.
Okay, so about that recipe book. Hello. Oh.
Wait, is this a book of
Aha!
recipes?
Most seem to require rather exotic species of fish.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of some of these. Let's go tell the tavern keeper about it.
And then I'm sure he'll tell us, hey, go catch these fish for me. And I'll say okay, because I always do. Let's head to the tavern keeper and then see if I can actually find the client for that quest I got from Devila. Maybe the game's just having a laugh at me. What? You expected to be able to do side quests? Oh, silly boy. Oh, right, I can't swim. I should probably try to go upstairs then. And let me guess, I don't do that from down here. Okay, there we go. What you need?
You seem to be in good spirits.
Oh, I am. My new flower shop is already far more successful than I ever dreamed.
Really? Well, great.
I was in trouble before, but I think I've got a good foundation here. In fact, I want to ask my girlfriend in the area to come live with me here. It's the least I can do after all I put her through.
How in the ever-loving hell did you ever get close enough to anyone in the area to become their boyfriend? Have you met the people from the area?
The only problem is I don't really have time to go all the way over there, so I was thinking of sending a letter instead.
Sounds like it's time sensitive. Want me to deliver it for you?
Oh, really? Are you sure?
How time sensitive are we talking?
Oh, he is sure. This lad loves nothing more than meddling in other people's affairs.
Fact check true.
Excellent. Well, my girlfriend lives near the chief's house. Give her this Phrygia with the letter, okay? I really wanted to give her a lunar tear, but as I'm sure you know, the whole reason they call them legendary is that they're so hard to cultivate. But I did manage to cultivate a Phrygia. She's always liked Phrygias, so I guess things turned out for the best.
Cultivating lunar tears must require a remarkable amount of work.
Yeah, even so. It's nice that guy works so hard to be able to invite his girlfriend out to join him.
But who can say if said girlfriend honestly wanted to wait?
What do you mean?
Surely the woman desired to live with him, did she not?
Well, probably, yeah. But he wasn't able to make it happen. That's why you left her in the village.
It would have been difficult, yes, but perhaps preferable to a life of solitude. Why did they not think about how much time and distance would separate them?
It doesn't matter anymore. They'll be able to see each other just fine soon enough.
Let us hope this is the case.
And why do I have a feeling that Vice is going to end up having a point?
Ah, just the kid I was looking for.
What's up?
I've got a letter for the lighthouse lady.
No!
You could deliver it.
Could I not? Please?
The other postman, well, they don't really want to deal with her.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me at all. I don't want to deal with her.
You don't say.
I almost said that.
But with my bad leg and all. Anyway, sorry to keep bugging you, but can you help?
Against my better judgment, yes. Yes, I can help.
Sure thing.
The lady hardly ever leaves that lighthouse, so you should start there. Oh, and thank you.
Okay, but I'm going to the Airy first. Since you didn't say this one was time sensitive.
Nerve. How dare he boss us around?
It's okay, Vice. At least we're helping people.
Ah, you are far too soft.
Agreed.
And you're just a cranky old man. Book.
Oh. Come on, Lord, we gotta hurry. Okay. That was a little too direct. Sorry. Sorry. You sit there and rest your headache, okay? I wonder if there are boars I can ride out here. I never saw one, but I wasn't looking for it either. Boar? Boar! Let's go! Nice. Oh, hey, Fontano. How's it going, dude? Welcome. And thank you again for yesterday. I don't think there's much of a worry when it comes to my PC today, because I'm pretty sure I fixed the issue, and things have been going very smoothly so far today. So, hooray for that. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Well, since you helped me reach my sub goal yesterday, I actually didn't have another game lined up for Fridays and Saturdays. And I think Friday is October 1st, so I think I'm just going to start Doom 2016 then. Bash through chapters 5 and 7 of 3rd. How many chapters does that have again? The amount of chapters each Trails game has seems to vary wildly, and I lose track. 8, that's what I thought.
It's Kaine! Fiend Lord the Shade here!
What? She's trying to shade.
Half the courage that Kaine has shown.
Hey, at least there's one villager that gets it. Let's go. Slowly changing minds. Also, I went the wrong way. You had to map out the series' worst menu sequence ever? Oh yeah? What does that entail?
It's over. It's all over.
Yeah, we have got to get that girlfriend out of this town. Wait, what poor girl? Better not be the girl I'm heading to. It's all 16 characters. Oh yeah, that's true. Hadn't really thought about that, but the game does make you use 3 full teams for the final dungeon.
Kaine's a good person. Once you get through all the weirdness.
Someone understands.
This must be the place the florist was talking about.
You think she stepped out?
Perhaps she moved. It doesn't look like this house has been occupied for some time.
Oh no.
Well, no point hanging around. We'd better go back to town. Shame she wasn't there.
Indeed.
Guess you were right, Vice. They should have stuck together.
I find it difficult to determine who is right at this point. In any case, we had best return to him.
Yeah, that is helpful. The guy's girlfriend's dead, isn't she? Or just moved elsewhere. One of those two, and I'm not gonna believe until I see it if there's like a happier ending to this quest. Oh, hi! The fuck? Where'd you come from? Okay. That made a clinking sound, so I thought I should have parried that, but maybe that's not parryable. It's kind of sad that Mueller was in your party for the whole game just so he would be strong enough to be useful. Ooh. I mean, could be worse. The speedrun could be forcing you to use Josette the whole time. I guess if he's just gonna spam that pounding attack, this is gonna be easy. Nope, he does other stuff too. You don't grind and that's what she's good at? Oh yeah, that's true! The only thing she was good at was being the support person, but if you don't grind, there's no need for that. Even more useless than normal. That's unfortunate. Dude, what the hell? Why didn't its health go down at all? Oof. That dude does not have much wind up on his attacks. Oh, it's gotta be the head. Gotcha. Ooh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Ah, damn it. Spell was too slow to come out. Yes, let's go. Wait, what?
The shade had a flower?
Oh no. It's even worse than I feared, isn't it?
This is a freesia, the same flower we were delivering to the woman.
Uh-oh. Maybe his girlfriend was attacked by a shade.
Maybe she was the shade. Well, called it. She did. This is a NieR game. Nothing happy ever happens here. It's simply not allowed. Yoko Taro doesn't do happy. Come along, pig. Can't understand how this and Automata are the same series. They take place like hundreds, if not thousands, of years apart. Is basically how they're related. For the most part, the game's internal narrative don't really affect each other. NieR affects NieR Automata a little bit, in that you're not going to necessarily understand the significance of certain reveals unless you've played the original NieR first, but it's really small in the grand scheme of things. Even more fun is NieR itself. The one I'm playing right now is it is on sale. Yeah, this NieR is actually a spin-off of the first Drakengard game, which has like 5 or something different endings that you can get. And this one, the NieR series, is a spin-off of what was actually the joke ending in Drakengard. Funnily enough. Zoom! Sorry, dear. Somehow Yoko Taro found the way to take the joke ending from Drakengard and make it super depressing, as he does. Hey, guy. She did.
So,
Sorry.
did she get the letter?
I'm sorry, but she wasn't home. And on our way back, we were attacked by a shade that dropped this.
It's a Frisia. Do you think... No, she's alive. I know it. And I'm going to keep living my life for her.
I see.
I'll stay here and keep the business going. After all, you never know when she might come back.
Well, good luck to you. Feels bad. Although, to be fair, that phrase could just perfectly sum up the NieR series. Feels bad, man. .jpg.
Hey, so I...
Really? Shark? Really? Wow, this is some high-class cuisine. I've never even tried cooking something like this before. Still, shark fin fried rice sounds amazing. Think you could help me track some down?
I know it.
You can eat shark fins? Man. Anyway, sure. I didn't come this far just to quit now.
Didn't I, though?
Wonderful. In that case, here's the shopping list. 5 sharks, 5 bags of rice, and 5 mushrooms. Oh, and thanks in advance.
Yeah, hang on, let me just go grab 5 sharks for you. No problem.
It is fascinating how gourmet cuisine can survive even in the midst of a food shortage.
Alright. Let's brace ourselves. We gotta go talk to the lighthouse lady. Maybe she won't be home. Nope, she's home. Damn it. Okay, let's do this. I'm pretty much gonna let Vice do the talking for me. He'll pretty much say anything I'm thinking. Hi.
Oh, you again.
Are you alright?
You took so much time delivering the mail, my illness has gotten worse. I'm lucky I'm not dead.
It begins.
You truly are a staggering creature.
Well, since you're here, I guess I should give you a little something.
Whoa, I can't accept this much.
Just take it.
It's fine, just take it. Take it and go. But bring the mail quicker next time. And I want to see you smile.
Is there no end to this madness?
You know what? That wasn't as painful as it could have been. Just smile. That was downright pleasant for her. I'll take it.
Lighthouse.
Alright, I think Devil still has a couple of requests for me. Zoom! Why are giant pigs so fast? Oof, too fast.
Which job should I give you first?
Oh dear. I already love the name of this one.
I've got another job from that seafront postman. Apparently some cranky old lady is giving him trouble.
I can't imagine who.
I wrote down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details.
Alright. I'm worried that this quest is specifically named the Lighthouse Lady's Wrath, as if, you know, the other times we've interacted with her haven't been wrathful enough. Ugh, 3 minutes of straight menuing in a speedrun does not sound fun. I don't mind menuing that much if I'm just kind of doing so casually, but with the pressure of time as well, kind of not fond of the idea. Alright, Mr. Postman, let's get this over
It's
with.
the first request I've made in ages. How dare you deny it?
You can't leave. Who's going to tend the lighthouse?
How much longer will you force me to toil here? I must go to him. I need to board a ship as soon as possible.
This is a big turn.
No way, lady. It's back to work for you. Now get going.
Is this quest actually going to make me side with the old lady? I didn't know that was possible.
What's going on?
There's no one else in town who knows how to keep the lighthouse burning. We need her.
Can't she teach someone?
Look, she seems to trust you. Think you could maybe talk her into it?
That's a bit of a stretch.
I suppose a visit is in order, yes?
That old lady in the lighthouse is a real thing.
I don't want to have feels for the old lady. Okay, that's where I draw the line. Oh dear. This doesn't look good. Maybe she's just being dramatic.
Ma'am? Oh no.
As I feared, it's the Black Straw.
Shit.
An advanced case at that.
So that's the illness she kept mentioning.
To be fair, she used that as an excuse for anything.
Oh, you. I suppose you want to tell everyone about my illness, hmm? Well, don't. I don't fear death. I've lived long enough and I'm weary of it. Weary of being alone. But though I don't fear death, I do have one regret. I wanted to see my love one last time. I've spent 50 years working the lighthouse for these people, and now they won't let me leave. I just want to see him. I want to board the ship that will take me to him. Oh, cruel world.
So it's a dying wish now, is it?
We should help her out, Weiss.
We've better things to do than stay here and operate a lighthouse. You'll have to convince the villagers to help.
Come on, let's start with the postman.
Honestly, the most alarming thing is that nobody I mean, I understand nobody wants to deal with the old lady. I don't blame them for that. But nobody has volunteered to learn how to take over the operation of the lighthouse? Kind of makes me wonder why.
Listen, about the lighthouse lady. Could you reconsider? You really should let her go.
We can't. Look, I'm sorry, but you'll just have to trust me. This is for her own good.
Her lost love's dead, calling it. I mean, it's not exactly a stretch.
Death stalks this woman, Postman. Would you truly deny her final request?
Wait, she's dying?
Yeah. So if you are doing it for her sake, then you should just grant her final request.
But we can't. Look, I have things to attend to. Come back tomorrow.
Why not?
Methinks the postman is hiding a secret of his own. I suggest we go back. I have a feeling we might discover something.
Go back, what, to the lighthouse? Okay. She better not be already dead. Is this not where the postman wanted me to go? I can't imagine I'm supposed to be going back to town, right? Back to NieR's village? That would be kind of strange.
Lighthouse lady.
That's the guy that gives me the Fisherman's Gambit quest, so that's not what I'm looking for.
Damn. I still don't have enough inventory.
This is a different quest, isn't it?
What's the problem?
Well, I'm trying to get into the trading business, so I'm stocking up on the essentials.
You mean like selling local products to faraway lands?
Not products so much as raw materials. With every nation running out of the basics, I figure it's a great way to make a killing. But right now, I don't have a source for materials, and it's driving me crazy. If I could make just one transaction, I could get this thing off the ground. but I don't have anything to offer. It's a real, conundrum.
Oh. Little did I know I could actually pick up quests from Devila without actually talking to her first.
Seriously? Huh, that would be great.
What do you need?
It's a pretty big list, so you might want to write it down in that floating notebook of yours. Okay, let's see. I need 10 bundles of wool, 5 lumps of natural rubber, and 10 goat hides.
Oof, that's probably gonna take a while. Is that okay?
Take your time.
It's not that bad,
That'll
actually.
give me a chance to set up shop and fill out forms.
I know I have some natural rubber, and wool and goat hides are easy to come by. Okay. Well, if I'm not supposed to go back to the lighthouse, I'm gonna try leaving town and see if something happens. The postman is acting strange. Oh. Literally just head right back inside the post office is what he was talking about. Not what I expected.
I can't believe she's going to die. I suppose there's no need for this now.
For what?
Listen, Mr. Postman.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I would ask the same of you.
Work. Just some work.
Wait, are you writing a letter?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Well then, allow me to ask about something that is very much our business. Why are the old lady's letters, and only her letters, postmarked from this very office?
What? Well, that's because,
The other
Yes?
deliveries bore postmarks from locales far and wide.
What are you getting at, Vice?
A woman was not receiving letters from a lover in some far-flung land. They were penned by the hand of someone in this very town.
well, crap.
Busted.
Go to the back room. There's something there you should see.
It's not a death chamber, is it? You're not gonna kill me. Oh, I gotta do this again?
There's another room over there.
Clear these packages out of the way.
Whatever it is, he could have put it in a more convenient spot.
It must be something he wanted to keep hidden at all costs.
Well, I already got a black pearl from back there. Not that he knows that. Let's see. Think like this. Yep.
They're letters.
Yes, and a rather sizable bundle.
Am I supposed to take these back to the old lady and burst her bubble while she's on her deathbed? Because that sounds pleasant.
They were all written by the woman in the lighthouse.
And you never thought to deliver them?
I couldn't. Not anymore. Here, look at this.
It's a death notice. For her true love, I presume.
Then who sent the woman all those letters?
I did.
What manner of cruel hoax is this?
I didn't mean for it to be cruel. None of us did. The whole town agreed to help.
So you're all in on it?
Those letters kept her going. They gave her hope. She believed her love to be alive in a foreign land somewhere, and we couldn't bear to tell her otherwise. So we just kept the lie going.
For how long exactly?
It started with my father some 50 years ago.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Are you gonna keep lying to her?
She's been actively lied to by the entire town for more than half of her life.
Yes. The truth can only cause her pain.
Are you sure she's better off this way?
It's not a very happy truth now, is it?
What about her final request?
I don't know. How should I know? I'm just a damn postman. I don't know what to do anymore. What's the best thing to do? What's the right thing?
The right thing would have been to tell her the truth 50 years ago.
Here, I have a new letter. Take it.
But now you got yourself in kind of a pickle.
It says that her love is coming, but that the journey will be long. It tells her to wait.
Ugh.
You wish us to deliver another letter filled with lies?
You uncovered our town's deepest secret like it was nothing. I don't think that's an accident. Look, I've told you what I think. Deliver the letter or tell her the truth. It's up to you.
I mean, it really was an accident, though. Like, I was just doing side quests, dude. I was just delivering stuff you were asking me to deliver, that's all.
Oh man, this is tough. What do we do, Vice? What do we do?
Calm yourself, lad. There's no need to get in a froth over a problem of someone else's making.
It's hard to believe the entire town was lying to her.
I wager their intentions were good. Elsewise, they would not have carried on with the ruse for 50 years. It also explains why they tasked her with keeping the lighthouse running, so news of her love's demise would not reach her.
Maybe that really was the kind thing to do?
For 50 years? No. No. That's outrageous. If she found out the truth 50 years ago, she would have had 50 years to come to terms with it, and be much better off right now than she is. Freaking yikes, man. Hell, she could have found another love after grieving period. But instead, she's just been a cranky, lonely woman for 5 decades because of what they did. Good. Of course, I say that, but now that she's on her deathbed, I'm not sure if telling her the truth is the, compassionate thing to do.
Do you have any further news for my love?
I have to put this to an end.
This is for you, but your love didn't write it.
Oh, Posh! It's his handwriting, and I recognize the stationery, too.
That which you recognize comes from the town's postman and his father, not from your beloved.
Are you saying those two idiots wrote all these letters? But why?
Your lover perished long years ago, and they had not the heart to tell you. Thus, the charade.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. To tell you the truth, part of me had suspected something like this.
I mean, yeah, 50 years of only exchanging letters with the person you thought was your love, even that strains credulity. Excuse me, it's pronounced charade. Thank you.
But it's hard to hear a secret thought finally spoken aloud. I think I should be alone for a while.
Okay, but could you not die? I don't need that on my conscience.
I'd like to ask you a favor.
Yes?
I want you to forget we ever had this conversation.
Alright, if that's what you want.
The entire town has worked on this story, and they did so to make me happy. I don't want their hard work to go to waste, so I will carry on as if I am none the wiser.
As you wish.
Please, tell the postman. Thank you.
We will.
You know, that actually turned out pretty wholesome in a bittersweet way. It kind of helped that she already pretty much knew the truth. She just didn't want to accept it. Wait, bridge this way.
My leg's still bothering me, so I don't think I can get back to my rounds for a bit.
Oh, I guess I don't have to go tell the postman thank you, because I can't. I need 2 more rubbers and go guide. Rubbers just kind of show up as shiny spots, so I just had to get lucky looting those. Goat hides I kill goats for. So it should be pretty quick, barring bad RNG. Esprit expand with Joshua sounds delicious. I'm just ignoring the big doofus. Okay, I guess he doesn't want to be ignored. This is going to take forever, though. This isn't going to be worth it, is it? No, this isn't going to be worth it at all. Deer aren't goats, so those live for now. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's always nice when you can get a setup going like that. That's one of the things I really enjoyed about Reen in Cold Steel 3 and 4. Is that with the proper setup, you can just wipe every encounter with Spirit Unification / Ogre mode and Gale. And just fill your CP all the way back up. Because you killed everything. Oh, lizard. Yoink. I don't need their meat, I need their hides. There you go. These are... Where'd he go? Give me. Any rubber. Looking for rubber. And lizards. Actually, I don't need lizards anymore, but... Never know when a side quest is gonna want them. I check the toolboxes. That would be a lot simpler, wouldn't it? Wait, where'd the other goat go? Did it disappear already? Oh yeah, so much adhesive in Fallout 4. This may be a weird thing to say, but for some reason, I was never able to get into Fallout 4 as much as I did Fallout 3. I think it may be because of the voice to main character, which makes it really hard to, you know, actually roleplay, because your character is already pretty much predetermined. But I don't know, I ended up losing interest in it before I finished it. I do still go back every now and then, but I've yet to actually finish it after all this time. Though I've started it several times. I also never really got that into New Vegas, but not because I think New Vegas is bad, but I guess by the time I visited New Vegas, I had played Fallout 3 so much, like, leading up to it, that it felt enough like Fallout 3 that it just kind of overload. I really should go back to it, though. Everyone talks about how it's one of the best in the series, and I have no reason to doubt them. Come on. Where's this taking me? Oh, right, the shrine. I asked that same question last time. You know, so many of these goats wouldn't have to die if they would just give me their skin instead of their meat. It's very inconsiderate of them. I am pretty damn certain I came across natural rubber from the loot spots on in this area. So I don't think I'm wasting my time. If only NieR could swim. Dude. So, I have so much meat that I don't need. I'm starting to think that natural rubber is just like a really rare drop from the mining spots, with more common things being iron and clay and copper. Boo. Dude, we're gonna have a feast by the time this is over. I wonder how goat meat tastes. I've never actually had it. I've had goat milk. Not a fan. Six goat hides so far. What about the rubber? You know what I want to discard? I wanted to see if there was, I don't know, maybe more detailed information on where to find it. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I think I'm on the right track, it's just I've yet to see my thoughts bear fruit, so I'm becoming less sure as time goes on. Right. I think now might be a good time to double check though. Let's see. Okay, it says uncommon drop from harvest points in Seafront and Southern Plains. Also, you can just buy it for 700 gold each in Seafront itself, which is probably going to be the simplest solution. I do still need goat hides, though. I think I need 2 more? Yep. 2 more goat hides. I wish there were goats on the southern path to Seafront. That would be... It would be nice to kill 2 birds with 1 stone with that, but... Can't do anything about that. It's only deer that way. There are also goats on the northern plains, but I think there are less of them grouped close together. This is probably faster. On to go! Come on. Yes! Let's go. And 1 extra, because why not? Why not just give me 2 in a row when I only need 1? RNG has a sense of humor. I just noticed that my sub goal is still on. I thought I turned that off because it's been met. That's silly of me. And it's not even displaying properly anymore. Alright, finally. I guess I'll check the shiny spots. This emote has no meaning anymore? What do you mean? Why not? Puppy! It was meant for Wind Waker HD's auction in 100%. Oh, does Linkus not run that anymore? Nope, not fighting you. Just searching shiny spots. Oh, okay. The new glitch rendered it obsolete. Gotcha. Speaking of Linkus, yesterday I was watching a bit of his 100% GDQ speedrun from a couple of years ago, and I noticed while they were reading out donations, I noticed that that our mutual acquaintance Quando1313 donated to him. I'm like, oh, hey, I know that person. That is a person I have met. I enjoyed watching when Quando was playing the Trails games, and I'm sure he still is. I just haven't tuned in. I'm really bad at tuning into things. I'm usually just kind of doing my own thing in my off time. I'm sorry. I'm a bad Twitch user. Natural rubber? At least the runners haven't broken Linkus Rain yet. Oh, what's the rain used for?
We've got...
Sweet.
See you later.
Let's go. Finally, this quest is over. Oh, yelling that in Breath of the Wild. I mean, fair enough. I guess in a way, some speedrunners have broken that, since it is possible to get off the Great Plateau before the story actually takes you off there. And it's permanently sunny daytime when you get down to the main world.
I've got all the stuff you asked for.
Your timing is, what's the word? Impeccable. They're gearing up to launch the trading vessel soon. As soon as the cargo's on the ship, I can get my business rolling. But if you want to help load it, I can throw in a little extra.
Sure, why not?
Oh, wait, this is a...
Wow, this is a mess.
Yeah, they're loading cargo from all sorts of traders onto this ship. It's kind of like, you know, egalitarianism.
I don't think that word fits.
Right. Anyway, leave it to me. We'll get this stuff organized in no time.
If you carry the cargo to the front of the ship, the crew can bring it inside for us.
Carry it over there. Got it.
Can I actually carry it, or do I have to push?
Yeah? What is it?
What are we doing here?
Loading a boat?
We're organizing this guy's stuff.
Let me rephrase myself. This man is looking to open his own business, yes?
Exactly.
Then would it not be more appropriate for him to take care of his own belongings?
Excellent points!
The guy's in a pinch, Vice. We're just helping him out.
I yearn for the day when someone shows such kindness to us.
Unfortunately, there's no bigger sap in the world than NieR, so...
Okay, all done.
Oh, thank God I didn't have to do it myself.
Now we just have to wait for the ship to leave. You mind if I pay you after the transaction's complete?
Yes.
I can give you more money that way, and then everything will be, you know, awesome.
That's not the word I was expecting you to say. But sure, I can wait.
Great.
Thanks. Boy, the launch of this ship can't come soon enough.
It's gonna be a financial failure, and I'm not gonna see a penny of it, am I? So what do I even do? Do I just have to wait? I guess so. The doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. Yeah, definitely did not fit. You know, I'm glad that the board's a good sport about this. I think you have one thing left for me?
Which job should I give you first?
Of course you have more than one thing.
Oh, hey. Yona's looking for help. Better make it a top priority, mister. I wrote down the client's location.
I know where Yona is, thanks. It's not like she's ever anyplace else. Except for when the story needs her to be.
Say, next time you go out, would you pick something up for me?
Sure, Yona. What do you need?
A melon.
A melon? You got it.
Oh, I actually stumbled across this on my own yesterday.
Don't forget the melon.
I actually planted a melon, so I just have to wait for that to grow. Which should take one real-life day. What's the monk S for? Oh. I'm stupid. Times 2.
Which job should I get? I got a letter from the seafront postman. Apparently he has a message for you. How mysterious. I wrote down the client's look.
Sweet. And this is the last thing she has for me. I'll be able to move on with the story. Yay. Imagine running this for all quests. Does it become a Baten Kaito situation? I don't know. I haven't played Baten Kaitos. I hear it's really good, but I never got it back when GameCube was the thing. And now it's going to be a little expensive. I guess I could emulate it. 100% legally Twitch. Promise. I do not know the 100% category, no. Pass by the bridge. Why do I do this? Why am I dumb? $338 hours and 43 minutes and 26 seconds. What the fuck?
The woman from the lighthouse has passed.
Oh dear, that didn't take long.
We found her in bed. She looked happy.
Feels bad.
So, I guess you didn't tell her, huh?
Actually, I told her the truth.
Thank you. I think you did right. Hard to believe she's gone. I always figured the old girl would outlive me. I hope our plan was right. I hope it made her happy in the end.
Is that all you brought me here for?
Did we do the right thing?
To make me feel bad?
Was she happy?
I do not know. None can say what true happiness is. Humans, and perhaps even magical toads, are far more uncertain creatures than we know.
I didn't even get anything
I guess.
for that. Just, hey, she's dead. Oh, okay. Quest complete. Well, fuck. It's because it takes 100% of all cards, and there's a card that requires 2 weeks of non-menu time in real life to mature into a new card. Thankfully, I'm pretty certain the crops in NieR grow while you don't have the game running. I think it just pays attention to how long passes in real life rather than in game. But holy crap, that sounds like a nightmare. Okay, well, I did everything else. Guess I'll just leave my GameCube on for 2 weeks straight and just walk away. Almost said PS2, because... Well, let's be real. PS2 kind of had a monopoly on JRPGs at the time. Baten Kaitos was kind of an exception. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I don't know if it checks the calendar or what. I'm just going by what I read off the wiki, which I could have misinterpreted for all I know. Okay. Well, that's all I can do with any of the side quests I have now, so let's head to the desert. The end cheese is so good. Does it involve manipulating your PC's clock or something? I've done that before. Metal Gear Solid 3, I haven't played it. I've only played 2 Metal Gear games, and that was 4? 4 was my first one, and then I played the GameCube remake of Metal Gear Solid 1, but I never got around to 2 or 3. Or 5, for that matter. So I'm afraid I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. There's a sniper that's over 100 years old, and during his fight, if you change the time to the future, he will just die of old age. Actually, I think I remember hearing about that back in the day.
So, what's Facade like?
It's strange.
That's really clever. And hilarious.
A boorish young woman who battles monsters in her undergarments.
Let's go.
I mean, the book has a point.
What is this? A fountain?
It appears to be out of service.
I mean, it looks like I should be able to pull the block, but I guess it won't let me. Oh, hi.
Wolves!
Doggos! Very healthy doggos. Hey, there you go. There you go. Jerk. I was trying to block him, but he just grabbed my hand. Oh, a shaved wolf. Great.
Wait, they're leaving.
That one appears to be the pack leader.
And also not a wolf. Something tells me I can't just walk in here. And I would be wrong to think that. Maybe.
The sandstorm's too intense.
Nope, I'm right. Okay. Fine. The good boys can come to me. It's weird that they show up as normal enemies rather than animals on the minimap. They have the white icons instead of the gray ones. Come on, then. I guess they're coded not to leave the sandstorm. Okay, fine. Oh, right, these weird people.
Tight.
Well, great. Guess we're not getting in.
Where is she going?
Oh! 아니 keine Grotte! Kid! 말이라! 옮긴다!
Run that by me again.
You know these guys, kinda?
Not exactly.
The design of these people I always found so weird. Especially the ones that look like they have those red sheets on their heads with a plate stapled to it. How do they see where they're going?
Ever since, this town's welcomed me with open arms. Gotta be a pretty screwed up place if they let me in, huh? Anyway, I don't understand a word they say, so don't get too excited.
I suppose a quick stroll about town is in order.
The language they use here is pretty crazy. So, good luck with that.
I don't speak wingdings.
What are they saying?
Fascinating. They speak a language I have never before encountered.
Hi.
ヘルアトと北アルテルアチ北ざって警察来ていく
I feel bad that I can't understand them.
You could speak 1,000 tongues and still fail if you lack knowledge of another's culture.
I do like the...
I wager that huge structure is the king's manor.
Part of me wants to say Aztec influence of the architecture, but I could just be talking out my ass on that one.
How do we even get there?
Gonna start going to sleep. Alright, see you around, Fontana. Thanks for stopping by. And if you want to tune in for the Doom thing that you contributed to, it's gonna be starting, I believe, on Friday.
With willpower and
Sleep well,
smarts,
dude.
my lad.
ソドたちいつとたさらついて暫定っていざたいと
It sounds like a form of Japanese, but a really weird form
Come
of
on,
Japanese.
Vice, help me out already.
I am a brilliant book of unspeakable value, not some dog-eared travel guide.
You don't have ears at all.
I feel like we're just going in circles here.
If only we could speak to the locals, I've no doubt we'd have little trouble reaching the king's manor. We'll just have to suss out a route on our own.
アルテルアーチ北材トリシクロソと草をじじいさん
Does anyone here speak American? I don't know about this whole going in circles business. It was pretty easy to find my way here. I think NieR's just being a little melodramatic.
No entry, it would seem.
And after we finally made it all this way...
Oh, this is pointless. Let us go back.
Okay. Oh no! Is she okay? She's not trying to get up or anything. Did she die?
Oh, look. This one lacks the power of speech. Perhaps she can communicate through gesture. Let me see.
That is a skill in which you are uniquely unqualified, Vice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am here.
Well, I guess if you can read sign language. I was talking about him gesturing to her.
Do you need help?
Yes, we came here to talk to your king. But it turns out we can't actually talk to anyone.
I can guide you? Oh, she will act as our guide. How fortuitous. But first, I must explain this town.
We really just need to see the king.
I have a feeling understanding the town is going to be important.
No, there are rules to follow. Follow me. Well, there you have it.
Okay. Well. Do not live on level ground. Huh?
Rule 106?
Is Rule 106 the reason for your labyrinthine system of staircases?
So what does that mean exactly?
Well, I suppose eccentric people deserve an eccentric town.
Okay, still can't buy anything. What does it mean by level ground exactly? Does that mean, like, you can't live or operate at the same elevation as anything else? Very odd. Rule 115,017. Oh. You must view the town by ship before purchasing any items.
Oh, come now. What could possibly be the point of such an absurd rule?
Hold on. Your people are still making rules?
You know, I can feel that. Just keep passing more and more laws, no matter how absurd that they get.
Of all the idiocy, I could never live in this city.
Well, okay. Sand skiff it is. Can't say I understand the point of this rule. I'm kind of advice on that one, but okay. The rules, gotta do it. $11,034. Must live at a level appropriate to your position. Oh, okay, so these people live by a literal, like, physical hierarchy.
Ah, so the aristocracy lives in the top levels, while the commoners subsist below.
That's actually pretty normal.
Seems like a rather unpleasant rule for those on the bottom. Does this girl plan to drag us about the entire town in this fashion?
I don't know, I'm entertained. Let's keep going.
She's just following the rules, Vice.
Nah. Let's keep it up.
It would seem we are impeding progress.
Are we stopping at this one? Nope. I do wonder how they get, like, a sand river working. How does it stay perpetually in motion? A strange thing store.
A strange thing store?
Well, it has do not enter signs, stop signs, and surfboards, and some strange assortment of things for sure.
Such as...
Yeah, that is pretty strange.
It It would seem we are impeding progress.
Vice, I swear to God. Give me a second to step out of the way, okay? So, where are we stopping this time? Are we stopping this time? Or maybe we're stopping at the palace. Nope. Okay. Here? Hey! Why didn't we just do that the first time? Probably some rule.
Yes, I was beginning to suspect that.
That's starting to sound a little familiar these days.
It would seem...
Oh my God, book. If you want to live here, you gotta have a mask on at all times. Hit a little close to home for anyone else? Don't tell me we're going to wrap all the way back around to the palace from the stop directly after the palace. Okay.
Thanks.
These rules are enough to make a sensible man reach for the noose.
Oh, Vice, I love you.
I don't know how you survive in a place with so many inconvenient prescripts.
They exist so you may know your freedoms. Okay, then.
You're a good citizen, Fira.
Something about that sounds a little backwards, but sure. Let's go with that. I love her walking animation, it's so cute.
You have no king?
The Black Scroll. Thank you. All of this touring has been helpful for understanding your language. I believe I will be able to speak with this advisor myself.
Truly? Hell yeah.
We need to talk to the prince.
じゃあカイラに多大財宝とお会いでしたい。あらたてしてたすおい。
My patience for this kind of thing has long ago evaporated.
It's not your fault, Fira. Let's go back to Kaine for now.
Let me tell you, I'm not getting sick of seeing this hand skip at all. Do I necessarily need to follow her? As adorable as the cycle is, it's also very slow. She's trying her best, though. Yes?
Slow down, I can barely. The person who saved me.
Oh, the very same kid. What are the odds?
Kaine helps you. This foul-mouthed hussy.
Piss off, book. You guys done or what?
退院だ。帰らんと有利せざ退院だ。
Well, I guess that would explain why he's not taking visitors.
じゃあアルテルは喧嘩するよう臨牛地ジンクル痛いさ。
What would that be?
What's going on?
帰らんざいたした決体ぞと来たざって風き小さたいとだざ有利せいちたざいらと近伝たんだより
Sounds like my next dungeon.
アルテルはゾンゾスチギュータかあら太一来る議体さ。
So what do you do in this particular situation? What is your freedom right now? You made two rules that are kind of a catch-22 if they happen at the same time.
優秀でアルテルは
Lucky for you, I have a solution. I'm not from here. I don't have to obey your rules. At least not while I'm outside of town.
Why'd they make a bunch of rules that contradict each other?
This is their way and their system of laws. As outsiders, we have no say in the matter. Now come, we should be off.
Frida. Elpa karetai.
Well, she changed her tune quickly. Where did she pick up that kind of language, Kaine? Actually, better question. How did she translate Kaine's foul mouth into her tongue?
That rule only forbids your people from entering the temple, right? So why not ask an outsider to save your prince?
Oh, and what luck! We just happen to have an outsider who can't stop meddling in the affairs of others right here.
Indeed!
I'm going to. Fira told me about Rule 1024. You know that one, right? Rule 1024. You must honor the request of any outsider owed a debt. That's how it goes, right, Fira?
Why did I ever agree to travel with such a pack of do-gooders?
Oh, you're kind of bound to me, so, get wrecked.
Let's move.
Yeah, but what about the wolves? Also, really? Can I, like, pick you up or something? Nothing like escorting people that are really, really slow.
Are we leaving the girl behind?
I guess not. Good. Ugh. I'm not even using shoes. I do not want to imagine what this sand would feel like without shoes. Good. And then I'm gonna have to fend wolves off of her, aren't I? At least then I'll be doing something. Come on, we're almost there. Doing great, kid. Like if you picked it up a little bit. Staying close to you is a little irritating because walking is too slow and running is too fast. And there's no in-between between the two of them. I'm trying.
Beware the wolves.
Bad dog.
This sand is too much. I can barely open my eyes.
The moment I open my mouth, the sand rushes inside.
Do you even have a mouth? How does Vera deal with this?
Mask.
Perhaps there is some manner of filter inside that mask of hers. Keep a keen eye on your surroundings. Stay close to the girl now.
Right, right.
Vera sure is brave, isn't she?
For such a minuscule body, she seems to possess almost boundless stores of energy.
Well, I kind of understand why the town is named Facade now, though. Everybody wears a mask.
It would seem we are impeding progress.
Oh my god. I swear, Buck, I will set you on fire.
Wolves!
Look out!
No, bad dogs. Bad. Dang it. Every time I try to go for a parry, it goes for a grab instead. Knock it off.
This girl must possess extreme patriotism. Look how she gives all for the sake of her prince.
I just hope she doesn't go to jail for having said screw the rules. So far, from what I've seen, facade people don't look like they would take kindly to those kind of words. Oh, sweet, thanks.
Thanks for your help.
New dungeon. Looks like something out of Prince of Persia. How did you do that? We can't go back. And she was able to just walk straight through the door. Okay, well, only one way to go. Following actions are prohibited in this room. Leaping rabbit.
What was that supposed to mean?
I can't jump? Alright, these things respawn pretty quickly. Oh, hi. They also apparently turn. I wonder what would happen if I was to jump, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it would, like, send me back to the beginning of the room or something. It's time to devote yourself to the next rule. Of course the facade dungeon would be like this.
What a bother.
I wonder what this prince is like.
The man is tasked to protect his people, and yet he's made them toil to save him. I think that tells us everything we need to know.
Does it, though?
That he is an incompetent fool.
I don't think he took that kindly. Also, he can hear us, and that's creepy.
Where did you come from, boy?
Wait, seriously? But you're just a kid.
There's a block above your head. It's abducting you. Look out! Should we do something? I guess not. Bye! Alright, what can I not do here? Can't jump and can't stop moving?
That was unusual.
Come on, we have to help him.
Or we could simply pretend we didn't see him instead.
That was stupid easy. Oh, we 2D now. Okay. Oh, okay. What rules do we have this time? It seems like they're going to keep compounding on each other. Racing wolf, evasive mouse, magic spewing bat. Okay. So I can jump. I can stop if I need to, but I can't evade, sprint, or use magic. She's getting pissed off.
God damn it!
Not that that takes much.
Piss me off!
Don't do that.
What in the... Oh, you fucking kidding me? Let me go. Let me... Oh, I'm gonna kill you when I get out of here.
And she's gone.
Yep.
Huh?
Sorry, what now?
Guess we have to play by the rules.
So, what? I can't even moderately run? I have to walk? Really? Oh, this is a pain in the butt. Thankfully, attacks actually carried me forward pretty quickly. That wasn't so bad. What do we have down this way? A couple sealed doors, one not sealed door, but I don't think it opens. Let me pop an herb. And this way, more sealed doors. I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild guess that the way for progression is to go through that one door that wasn't sealed. Big think. Alright, what we got? No guarding and no magic. Okay. I can handle that. Oh, if I get hit as well, it takes me back. Got it. These ones don't stop spewing. Oh. Damn it. Okay, okay. Oh, I can move these boxes if I need to. Probably would be a good idea. Got it. That way doesn't lead anywhere. Interesting placement of the turrets. Can't use magic and can't evade. Alright. Oh dear god. They spin. And I walked right into one. Okay. Damn it. I thought I'd be able to squeeze by. It's fine, I can just melee them. Okay. Well, that may have been a silly thing to do, but I have established that I can indeed break the boxes. I didn't get a head start there, so that's fine. Oh god, that one snuck up on my butt. Oh god. Oh, I evaded. Without even paying attention. I evaded like a doofus. How'd I make it by the first time? Well, not the first time, but last time I was able to just run by that. Yeah, like that. No, I press the... God, I just do that without thinking. Shit. Ooh. That was close. Right, they come back. Okay. So what would be the best angle to tackle this from? We just have to wait for an opening. Yep, that worked. Okay. That's a lot of things I have to break. Oh.
This madcap barrage of rules shows no signs of slowing.
Easy, Vice. We need quiet or we're gonna mess this up again.
These masked folks certainly enjoy their bizarre customs.
I wonder what drove them to make such complicated rules.
Oh, is it? Oh, nice. Sniped from halfway across the room. Honestly, this should be one of the simpler ones. Just have to shoot everything. I saw that. Easy peasy. Another little 2D segment?
Yep.
Alright. Might help if I didn't suck.
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
Okay, so...
Man, I hate being covered in sand.
It's rough, coarse, and gets everywhere.
Yes, do try harder not to fall in, would you?
Thank you, Vice. You who can float. I don't need you lecturing me. This looks like a mini-boss arena or something. Man, this place is pretty. Pyrite. No, this looks like a mini-boss arena or something. No dodging. Okay. I haven't fought these guys yet. Nice, they dropped health salves. I want to use one of those. Okay, they can break guards. I gotta be careful of that. Oh, we got more. Oh god, we got more. Oh god, they combo. Really wish I could dodge. That'd be nice. And now we got a mini boss that I can't dodge. It doesn't have much health at least. I don't know if I can actually counter this guy. Probably. Oof. Well, I was able to parry him, but the whole pillars coming out of the ground thing put a stop to my counterattack. Your rules suck. Just saying. I wonder if it leads to the east. The door's sealed, so I can't find out. Oh, nice. I'm glad I didn't heal up. That's a boss arena. Any boxes I can break or anything? Nope. Okay, boss time, I guess.
What's this?
Well, this doesn't look suspicious at all. I suppose that was to be expected.
Hey, look!
Oh! A mule and child is inside. Without any rules to bind us, we are free to unleash the entirety of our powers.
Alright, how does this work?
Time.
Guess we hit the glowing blocks.
What is this thing?
Blue blocks are immune. Oops.
I detect magic within the glowing cubes.
The red one specifically. Okay, there's no point in locking on. They move too fast for that. How did I not hit that? Oh, you son of a bitch. The red block changes. Oh, that's how I didn't break them. There's a darker purple color that actually doesn't break. that certainly is like the NieR I know. It changed. Rip. Is it getting faster? Maybe not. Okay, so this one moves really slow. Also, none of them are pink right now. Oh, never mind. I gotta keep an eye out for those purple ones. Oh god, this is fast. Kinda think it's gonna be a little pointless to try and track the square, because my bullets don't move fast enough to change course like that. Oh, you son of a bitch. Dang it. I should probably take my own advice. Ugh. You have a dodge button, genius. Oop. Hey, I got a couple. I'm sure that's it for the boss, right? The health bar is completely depleted. Big surprise.
The guardian of this temple is a curious sight indeed.
Says the talking book.
Okay. Blue means what? That's pretty much what I expected. Meow. What am I even supposed to be doing here?
This is a powerful foe.
There you are, you bastard!
Kaine!
I'm gonna kill the shit out of you! Now hold still and die already!
Where do these blocks keep coming from? Well, with some kind of assistance, maybe we can actually start damaging this thing.
I just kicked a bunch of ass and wound up here.
And without even bothering to get dressed.
Fuck off, book.
I don't think he's ever gonna let that go.
Kaime, the glowing cubes take priority.
Screw your priorities! I'm gonna kill this thing my way!
Okay. Probably be better to hit them with lances than with little bullets. Okay. Sticking to the edge is just safe. Dunno. Ah! Okay, that wasn't safe. Yes, got them all. What you got now, buddy?
This should prove interesting.
I don't like this. I remember flying through structures like these in Star Fox. Oh good, they have lasers now. Oops. That wasn't so bad. What's the trick here? This seems too easy. Really? Just like that? Just like that, I guess. That's kind of anticlimactic. I was just about to make a joke about how he looked like Link getting an item, but the game did it for me. That was great. Well done.
カイラムユリスサラとオタチカイザムセとペルア
カイザムデサラというとシアトとウサトチウレシグエシクツグコスキサオサラエオシエテキッタペルアカイザンアサキカイサラトアヤーリアトウルタタ
カイラム
オステキルタチエクグギリスアガイウカヤリカイザムアッチエテスレタダそれでカイザムチタレル
チロンテクカイラムカイザムユリ
ウラフォトサラタインタゾスローであったベルアとカイザムセテテツサワゴレトルヨーリ
What is it we came here for again, actually?
Oh, no, that's alright. We were just happy to help.
ヘンリ探査クルタ逃亡
I believe the Regent has just given us an order.
I guess so. In that case, how about you make Rule 0? And have it say that if people don't like a rule, they can vote to change it.
A splendid idea.
Democracy!
ヨーリサロ
エルパチスチタ
ペルアとルトスオンジワクレタイ
That was easy.
ペルアとタトだアンダサンキトシチテとヨーリエオーカイザムサラトはシエテキッタコスキウカ
Oh yeah, changing our entire system of governance. That's not enough to repay you. Sweet.
Thanks. But I think most of your praise belongs to someone else.
ゲワタタ
Do you know how to cure the Black Scrawl?
そうすんよ
Oh yeah, that's why we came here. Why didn't you just ask for that for your request?
So, even a king couldn't recover from it.
ああテズシキタトだ
It seems there is no way around it. We'll have to collect the sealed verses after all.
Yeah, it's the only lead we have.
ニンカレキッソと
We came across an old song that says if we find them all, we can cure the Black Scrawl.
And yes, we are well aware that refrains penned by minstrels half in their cups are hardly a reliable source of information.
Hey, I'll believe anything if there's even a sliver of hope it could help me save Yona. And I'll collect verses, orbs, crystals, magic goat meat, whatever.
I've got a lot of goat meat, if that's gonna help. Okay. Yes?
たあこちしてすれたいさそんどとだちときて
Of course.
Just try not to get yourself kidnapped again, hmm?
タクとうちタク
Dark wall. Okay. Let me have a look at that.
I'm worried about Yona. Let's go back.
Neat. I'm guessing it blocks projectiles or something. Alright. And I'm guessing it lasts as long as it takes for the clock to go around once. Yeah. I haven't looked at the weapon shop yet. they have new stuff. Can I skip this? Yes, I don't know what I pressed, but I skipped it. Very heavy sword. Is it still a one-handed sword? Well, let's go ahead and get it. What do they sell here? Oh. Nothing! No strange things to be found. I guess those surfboards and stop signs don't count. Alright, folks. Well, that's gonna be a good stopping place for me. Unless something happens when I leave town, which might be the case, so... I want to see if anything happens and then call it a night. It's getting to be about that time. Glad to have my computer problems fixed. Where are we heading? No map. Good. Ooh, omnidirectional shield. That follows me? Hell yeah. And lasts for quite a while, too.
I suppose rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Oh?
Those rules are important to the masked people.
You don't say.
I do. And I think it's important we respect that.
Well, well. The boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Then why is it you're the one not saying sounding like that?
Kid, you know.
Hey, less talking, more walking.
We got a big old sand sea here, so this probably isn't the way. I suppose we're heading back the way we came. That area over there looks suspicious as hell, but I don't have a way of reaching it right now. Oi!
Let's go.
I'm not even fighting you. Rude goat. Also, holy crap, that dealt like no damage to me. Six damage. Oh. You have something for me, buddy?
Hey, you can get into facade, right? I've got a thank you gift I need delivered, and I'm hoping you can help me out.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh,
No problem.
Great. Oh, and it's kind of fragile, so don't roll around or get knocked over along the way, alright?
Of course it's fragile.
Just get back to the weapon shop in facade. And thanks again.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now.
You want to try your hand at this job, Kaine?
Are you serious? Hell no.
Hussies are only good for breaking things anyway.
Maybe I'll start with you.
And now there's shades here. Go away! I'm doing this right now because I don't want to have a fragile item in my inventory any longer than I have to, because I hate these side quests. They're so limiting. I'm worried about these wolves. No, go away. Go away. I can't dodge you. Go away. I also can't let you hit me.
What was that?
It is known as a scorpion.
Are you serious?
That did not sound good.
I think we broke something.
Well,
You don't say.
Point in finishing the
Where the hell did all these dudes come from?
Apologize.
Yeah, I guess.
Scorpion literally jumping out of the sand right in my face. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? I guess keep a closer eye on the mini-map. The wolves don't seem all that dangerous as long as I keep on the move. When they lunge at me, they seem to lag behind me. Well, I guess I'm gonna go find out if I can restart the quest. I never actually known, since I've managed to save, like, just before picking these just before messing these quests up, I should say.
I'm sorry.
Well, it happens.
Well, at least he seems to have an infinite supply of whatever this is. Don't know if that's going to be helpful at all, but worth a shot. Everything has it out for me. I was just curious how fast I can move while charging it. Also, I'm not sure if it's gonna help. I imagine it only blocks like magical projectiles, but maybe it does more than that. Hopefully. Shoot. Bad dogs. Bad. God damn it!
Oh, crap.
That did not sound good.
I think we broke something.
Yeah.
Well, there is little point in finishing the delivery now. Let's go back and apologize.
Yeah, I guess.
These are the worst side quests in the game. I swear. At least that I've come across so far. Okay. It does actually absorb... It does actually absorb melee attacks. It breaks after a few of them, but it does block them. Good to know. I hate that ninja shade. It hasn't hit me yet, but I feel like it's gonna. Oh well, I'll deal with this. I'll deal with this side quest off stream. I really do got to get going. It would turn out to be the most difficult fragile delivery so far. Alright, well, glad everything is up and running again. Looks like I'll actually be able to do the Doom stream that I promised, now that my PC doesn't seem to be having any trouble anymore. And like I said, that's going to be on starting on October 1st, which I do believe is Friday. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Tomorrow's going to be Octopath Traveler. And Friday and Saturday will be Doom. I also have a couple of horror games in mind for Spooktober. And I may end up having to replace one of the games I'm currently playing with those, just so I could, do them in a timely fashion while it's the spooky month. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm going to bid everybody good night. And so, as always, thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, my dudes.